Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Good morning and welcome to the Sunday service. This morning we're going to do the few minutes meditation. After the meditation, we have Dhamma talk and question and answer. Right now, Kashanti is going to lead the meditation.
All right, if you will all find a comfortable position, take a few deep breaths, empty your mind, and we'll begin the loving kindness meditation. May I be well and happy, peaceful and free from suffering. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May no problems come to me. May I always find fulfillment. May I also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome the inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. May my teachers, my parents, my siblings, my friends and relatives, may they be well and happy, peaceful and free from suffering. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May no problems come to them. May they always find fulfillment. May they also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome the inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. May those I meet in my life, may they be well and happy, peaceful and free from suffering. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May no problems come to them. May they always find fulfillment. May they also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome the inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. May those I have difficulty with, may those who wish me enmity, may they be well and happy, peaceful and free from suffering. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May no problems come to them. May they always find fulfillment. May they also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome the inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. May all beings arisen in these realms, either with form or without, with perception or without, with consciousness or without. May they be well and happy, peaceful and free from suffering. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May no problems come to them. May they always find fulfillment. May they also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome the inevitable difficulties, problems, and failures in life. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and the sick find health relief. Now continue this meditation until you hear the bell.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
Thank you, Venerable Kashanti, leading the meditation. Right now, time for the Dhamma talk. Today, our speaker, Venerable Pannaloka. I just want to say a few words about the Pannaloka. I think I invite around 2015 to come to this country to help to me and help to the temple. So he accept and he come to this country. I arranged all the necessary documents to come, visa, everything. He came to this country and then we went to the University of West because the earlier conversation, if you come to our temple, we will help you something else to himself also, we each other helping. So actually I told him you can study more here, high education. So then we went to the University of West and he started his studies. After 7 or 8 years later, he just finished his PhD. So we have to say Dr. Pannaloka. Today I will speak. So I'm very happy about his education and everything. So I hope he will help us in future more. So as well as today we have some old one of all friends supposed to come here, Mr. Vincent. I believe everybody know him. He used to come here almost 15 years ago. Almost 15 years, Mr. Vince or something called. And he moved to the another state and he said he will be here for the Thanksgiving. And he texts me, he's coming today to visit here. This morning he texts again, he say, oh, he's a little bit sick, he cannot come. Well, everybody's sick this. And Felicia, we are very happy to see you. And your mommy always calling me and saying, Bante, call to my daughter and ask how she's doing. So I call time to time. So we are happy to see everybody here, all our good friends, including, everybody here. So thank you being with us here today. Now, Pannaloka, you can start your Dhamma talk.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind introduction, Bante Shanti. It's been a while. I used to come here and give Dhamma talks. I used to share my Dhamma knowledge with the congregation members on some Sundays. But it's been a while. Not been a while, I think it's after a long time, just like after 1 year, I'm giving a talk, a Dhamma talk here. Why I couldn't give Dhamma talks and share my Dhamma knowledge with you is also due to something special. I was working on my degree program, my dissertation, and so I couldn't find free time to give a Dhamma talk over here. I went back to my country, Sri Lanka, last August. It's because my sister was having a wedding ceremony. So I'm the eldest one in my family and she's the youngest one. And she loved to have me in her wedding ceremony. So I came back on August 21st. And even though I tried to come here and attend the Sunday service, I couldn't because I was sick. Today, I have something special to share with you. And before that, I remember a very good teaching in one of the suttas mentioned in the Tripitaka. Buddha says in one of discussions with the monks, like there are two kinds of search. I also did a search. It's not just a search, a mere search, it's a research. Yes, and I had to work very hard, and I had been working for more than for almost 6 years to complete that degree program. And it's also a kind of search. I remember towards the end of 2014, I guess, when I was in Sri Lanka, a friend of mine called me, and she asked me to meet my Dharma teacher. My Dharma teacher is living in Ven Kashanti's temple in Sri Lanka. And I met my Dharma teacher in the Kelaniya University, in one of the national. It is one of the national universities in Sri Lanka, Kelaniya University. So he was a professor there, and my Dharma teacher was a professor. He was working in the Buddhist and Pali department in the Kelaniya University. Since the day I met him, I had a very good relationship, a friendship, and finally he became my Dharma teacher. I used to go to Ven Kashanti's temple to study the Pali language, how to read the sutras like this. So that's where I continued to meet my Dharma teacher. So my friend, she and I, we together studied Pali and the Buddhist studies, how to read the sutras in Pali language under the guidance of my Dharma teacher. So towards the end of 2014, that friend, she called me and she asked me to meet my Dharma teacher. So I asked her why, because I was somewhere in Colombo, and she said that Ven Kashanti is in Sri Lanka now, so maybe he needs to meet you. At the time, I didn't have a very close relationship with Ven Kashanti. I had met him several times in his temple in Sri Lanka. I didn't know much about Ven Kashanti. It's just only for few, meetings, like sometimes when we meet, he asks me, hey, how are you, Venerable? I say, I'm okay, I'm fine. That's it. And then I pay my respect to him because he is the chief monk of, in that temple. And that's it. So I was thinking, like, why he needs me to come to his temple and see him, what's the purpose, and like that, lot of questions. And anyway, I went to see my Dharma teacher. He was living in one of the rooms there in the temple. And my Dharma teacher, he said that, would you like to go to the US? Yes, at one time I had a dream like to go to Germany and to have my higher education and to complete my higher education. So I said, why should I go to the US? Why am I going to the US? Then he said that Ven Kashanti is right now in Sri Lanka, and he is looking for a monk to go with him to the US, and he likes to help him, and he will do the rest, applying for the immigration stuff and all these things to complete the visa process. He said like that, and he said, if you would like to go to the US, you are not going there just to stay in the temple. Ven Kashanti needs you to go to that temple and help the temple activities, to give Dhamma talks, to conduct some Dhamma classes, Dharma teaching classes like that. I used to teach here and conducted some Dharma classes also for the congregation members. Somehow or the other, during the COVID time, we had to stop all these things, and Anyway, I didn't meet Ven Kashanti there in Sri Lanka. And my Dharma teacher, he said that you should go to the temple and help the temple activities. And meanwhile, you should not stay in the temple, you should go somewhere to have a good education. He knows something about the University of the West in Rosemead, in San Gabriel. And he said that there is a good university, a Buddhist university. If you go there, you can continue your higher studies. It's a good place. I didn't know anything about the University of the West by the time he mentioned about that. Then I went back to my temple. I searched, using the internet, and I found the place. And he said that if you go to the temple, help the temple, and then continue education, higher studies. At the time, when he was saying like that, in Sri Lanka, I was also teaching in one of the private universities, and I was also working in one of the universities in Thailand. And he said that I'm not forcing you. I don't want to push you to go to the US. It's up to you. If you go to the US, it's up to you. I went back to my temple, and he said that take time, think about it. Don't be in a rush to go to the US or to say a yes to Ven Kashanti. Go back to your temple and take time and think whether you should go to the US and like that, So I came back to my temple. It is just close to Colombo, and I was thinking like, if I go to the US, what will happen to me, and what I'm going to do, how I'm going to help the temple, how I should continue my higher studies like this, a lot of questions. And finally, I made the list, and I came to meet Ven Kashanti, I think following day. On the same, I did meet him on the same day, and then I came to the temple, Ven Kashanti's temple in Colombo, and I met him, and I asked him, I just came to see you, Bhante, and you would like to help me to go to the US. Then he said that yes, I need somebody, especially a monk, educated, and he should be educated, and he should have a good education, and he should have some kind of English proficiency to talk to the Americans and like that, And I had all these things by that time, fortunately. And I said, all right, I'm okay with your support, with your decision. I will come to the US. He said, all right, that's it. And I will prepare the paperwork for you, and it will take some time, but it's not sure. It depends on US immigration in Colombo. Even though he was going to apply for my visa, visa. Everything depends on Colombo's US embassy. And he said that don't have high hopes, and you continue your surveys, you continue education here, but only if you get the visa to go to the US, you can come back, you can come to my temple in the US. And then I searched in the internet what is IBMC because I don't know much about. Then I saw some photographs, some photos, beautiful pictures of the temple, backyards, the front, and the parking lot. That's it. I searched and I read something about who started this temple like that. And in 2016, I want to save my time for the Dhamma sharing, because this experience has some relevance to my Dhamma talk today. And in 2016, I came to the US. I think it was during April on 2016 on 18th, April 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Then I was staying in this temple, and I was helping the temple activities. And Ven Kashanti, he took me to the University of the West, and he helped me to enroll in the program. But even though I enrolled in the program, my idea was to apply for the DBMIN, Doctor of Buddhist Ministry program in the chaplaincy department in the University of the West. But by the time I applied, there were no scholarships programs. For other studies, especially for religious studies, there were scholarships programs, but for the chaplaincy studies, there were no scholarship programs. And I had to wait for that. And even though I enrolled in the program, I didn't have enough money, because it's a lot of money to pay the tuition fee. And Ven Kashanti, he told me like, I will help you, but I can't pay the whole tuition fee. It's a lot of money. I have to run the other activities in the temple. There are a lot of things to do, but we will see whether you can have a scholarship. So the university had not approved a scholarship program for that program, chaplaincy program. So I stayed for almost 1 year. I was waiting for the scholarship. I was waiting for the classes, but I didn't have enough money. And like that, you know, 1 year passed, and 1 year and 6 months passed. Now it's all. It was almost 2 years. By 20, I think towards the end of 2017, and at the beginning of 2018, I decided I will not get this scholarship. I'll go back to Sri Lanka. And my decision was to go back to Sri Lanka. And Ven Kashanti, he said that, hey, wait, you, you still have time, wait here. And it's not easy to come back from Sri Lanka to the US. If you go back to Sri Lanka, immigration process is very tough. And stay here and we will see what we can do like that. And I said that, no, now I have decided I should go back to Sri Lanka, and it's enough. And I came here, I helped the temple activities, but my purpose is to continue my higher studies. Fortunately, at the beginning of 2018, the University of the West, they approved the scholarship program for my chaplaincy program. And they had emailed me and they mailed me, and they said that you are enrolled in the program, you receive hereafter, you receive the scholarship, you can continue your education. And I was just about to buy the ticket to go back to Sri Lanka, and I stopped doing that, and then I was happy. And I continued my whole study program. There are a lot of things to share with you, what happened during this time when I was continuing this study program. I worked very hard. I think I did my best, and I could achieve my targets, my goals by completing this degree program. And when I was doing this study program, I had to face a lot of experiences here, like, you know, those are some difficulties, hardships, and disturbances. Sometimes I also had to face some discriminations, but I never thought like when I was, you know, when I come to the US, I'll have to face some discrimination. But I think I faced. And anyway, I continued the education, my study program, and I completed it I think May 19th, and I was graduated on May 19th, and my whole study program came to an end. Now it's done. So I should say, like, the credit should go to my Dharma teacher. His name is Venerable Pallegama Samita. He is living in Ven Kashanti's temple in Sri Lanka. And credit should go to him, and I mentioned about him in the acknowledgement of my dissertation. This is my dissertation. And I have mentioned some of friends and the people who supported me directly to complete the dissertation. And I have mentioned his name, and the dedication of this dissertation is also for my Dharma teacher's name. And also, credit should go to Ven Kashanti. If he did not give me the invitation to come to the US, and if he did not help me, and I could not, I know for sure I would not have completed this study by now. And it is because of Ven Kashanti I got a doctorate here. I completed my doctorate degree program. and it's just only related to some academic activities, some academic works, and nothing else, for nothing else. In normal life, I'm just a Venerable Pannaloka. That's it. So credit should go to Ven Kashanti, and he has helped me a lot when I was continuing this study program. And one more thing I should appreciate about him, I should appreciate Ven Kashanti. He never disturbed me. He never gave me troubles, problems when I was continuing my study program. I know that if I stayed in another temple here in the US, I'll have to do a lot of activities, temple activities. Sometimes Ven Kashanti, he asks me, are you willing to do this? Can you do this? And if I say like, no, right now I'm pretty busy with my study program, I will do it later, Bhante. He is totally okay. He was totally fine with me, and he has helped me a lot to continue this study program. So if he was not there, and I know that I can't complete this research. And I would like to take this next few minutes to thank some of the people, some of my friends here in the IBMC and the IBMC who have helped me to complete this degree program. And every time I came to the center here, in this shrine room, I met some congregation members, especially Reverend Shraddha and Ven Kashanti. They have encouraged me a lot, and I know every time I meet Reverend Shraddha, he asks me, hey, how is your study program, and what is the progress, and where are you right now, and did you start writing the chapters? Then I said, no, I have still not yet started writing the chapters. I have to interview my people, my participants in the study program. Then following Sunday, when he meets, again he asks the same, like, hey, how about your study program? And it was just like, pricking, and it was encouraging me. I mean, a kind of support for me. He was encouraging me. Both of them, like this, they asked a lot of things about my study program, and it helped me one way. It encouraged me to complete this study program. When everyone is asking like, hey, how is your study program? How is the progress now? Then you feel like everyone is asking about this. Why should I stay in one place, and why shouldn't I work? And then I felt like, no, I should try my best to complete this study program. Otherwise, it's a lot of money, a lot of energy. It's a waste of time if I did not complete this study program. So today it's a good news. It's a happy news for Ven Kashanti, for my my Dharma teachers, my friends, and everyone. And these two beautiful souls I met in the IBMC, and thank you so much, Reverend Shraddha and Reverend Kashanti, for encouraging me. And I know that you wish my future a good life here in the US. And whenever I go back to Sri Lanka, Reverend Shraddha, he texts me and he asks, hey, when are you coming back? Come back to the IBMC. You should get back to your temple activities, and you should continue your life in the US. And thank you so much. And there is also another beautiful soul. He is also just like a Bodhisattva, our Nam. Nam has helped me a lot to complete this study program, and not only he has helped me my study program, he has helped me a lot in many ways. He brings me, sometimes food, fruits, and but it doesn't mean that all of you should bring fruits and vegetables to me. It's just for, Nam, he gets a lot of pleasure by offering food to the monks here. And he has helped me, he has encouraged me, he has given me sometimes, money also for my expenses here. And thank you so much, Nam, and many blessings to you for helping me and for being a part of my life and for being a part of my study program. And today he is not with us, Bhante Vinith. At that time, I didn't know how to drive. I didn't have a driving license. I didn't have a car. I didn't know, how to drive in brief. And I was using the public transport, like I go to the wheelchair in Vermont, then I take the subway, metro, and then I go by the bus to the campus, and it's a lot of time. Like for both ways, it takes almost 5 to 6 hours. And during that time, I think Bhante Vinita, late Bhante Vinita, he passed away 2 years ago. And Bhante Vinita, he was the one who took me to the university, and he comes back, then he goes back again to the, to the university to pick up me from the university. And he doesn't care about the time. Sometimes it is after 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., 9:30 p.m. at night, then whatever it is, he brings me, he picks me up from the university. And he has also helped me in many ways, and wherever he is born, I would like to dedicate whatever the things, good things I do by conducting meditation sessions, giving Dhamma talks, whatever the way I accumulate merits. I pass merits to Bhante Vinita. And also there is another wonderful person who has helped me a lot, who has encouraged me a lot. It is Professor Russell. He is here today, and he has encouraged me a lot from the beginning, since the day I started this study program. And towards the end of this program also, when I was looking for somebody to edit some, scripts in my dissertation, and I asked some people, and they did not have time, and some said they can. And finally, Russell, when I sent a meditation script to edit, to do some corrections, he didn't have that much time. I think he had only a few hours to correct it before I submit it to the university library. And Professor Russell, our Russ, he did the the amendment, the additions. He edited it. He did some corrections, and up until I completed the degree program, he has helped me a lot in many ways with his good thoughts, with ideas, blessings, and wishes. And yes, thank you so much, Russ, for helping me, for being a part of my dissertation, my degree program, and in my life also. And your name is also mentioned here in the acknowledgement of the dissertation. I'm sorry, I would like to mention everyone's name, but the problem is, I should mention only the names, only the people who supported this dissertation directly, on academic basis. So like this, many people have helped me a lot in, in the completion of this degree program. And I should also mention about Venerable Chandasara. He was just like a brother to me, and he also used to come with me to the library, and he was just sitting next to me. And when I was going through the chapters, writing the chapters, he was next to me writing his stuff. But I didn't feel I was alone there in the library. I felt like somebody was next to me, and he was sitting with me. Thank you so much, Chandasara. And Venerable Chandasara has also given me a lot of good ideas, good thoughts, when analyzing the data. And I mentioned his name also here. Like this, I can go on mentioning a lot of people's name, but right now this is enough, since I need to come to an end of my Dhamma sharing. And I don't want to explain a lot of things, but what I need is, I want to say, this is my degree program. My research is also a search, a kind of search. But after I completed this dissertation, my study program, I feel like, did I really take time to practice what the Buddha mentioned in this sutta, in the Arya Pariyeshana Sutta? It is the 26th sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya, and Bhikkhu Bodhi, and he has translated into English. You can read it. And at the very beginning of the sutta, Buddha says, like, there are two kinds of search. One is Arya, noble, and the other one is Anarya, not noble. One search is noble, and the other one is ignoble. And when I stay in my room, I feel like I should take more time to read the Buddha's teaching, and especially to practice whatever the Buddha has mentioned in his teachings, to practice in my daily life, in my in my activities. And I know that this is also a kind of search, and we will do this kind of search for a long time. I might have done this kind of researches many times in my previous birth. This is a lot of energy, and I worked a lot. That's why I told you, right? I told you at the beginning, like I suffered a lot. I worked very hard. I went through a lot of hardships and difficulties. And I also want to mention one of the congregation members, Gloria Gis. She also has helped me a lot when I was completing this study program. Today she is not with us. She passed away, I think, last year or 2 years ago. And credit should go to everyone for helping. For helping me to complete this study program. Anyway, Buddha mentions in this sutta, in the Arya Pariyesana Sutta, the noble quest. There are two kinds of search, and what is ignoble search, what is not noble. Katamacha bhikkhave anariya pariyesana. What is ignoble search? Then Buddha went on explaining, Ida bhikkhave ekaccho attana jati dhammo samano jati dhammanye pariyesati. Monks in this world, some people being subject to birth, they also seek what is also subject to birth. Attana jaradammo samano jaradhammanye pariyesati. Being subject to aging, they also seek what is also subject to aging. Attana sokadammo samano sokadhammanye pariyesati. Being subject to sorrow, they also seek what is also subject to sorrow. Attana vyadi dhammo samano vyadi dhammanye pariyesati. Being subject to sickness, they also seek what is also subject to sickness. Attana marana dhammo samano. Here marana means death. Marana dhammo samano. Being subject to death, they also seek what is also subject to death. Attana sankilesa dhammo samano sankilesa dhammanye pariyesati. Being subject to defilements, they also seek what is also subject to defilements. Then Buddha went on explaining, like what is jati, what is birth, and why does it become something unhappy. And Buddha went on explaining, like kincha bhikkhave jati dhammam vadeta. What is bhikkhave birth? And why is not happy? Buddha says, like putta bariyam bhikkhave jati dhamma. Spouses, your children, relatives, family, friends, all of them are subject to birth. They will die and they will be reborn somewhere. And you will also be reborn somewhere. And dasi dasam jati dhamma. Whoever helps you, maybe your servants, co-workers, right, and friends, they are also subject to birth. Ajelakam kukkutu sukaram hatti gavasavalavak. This is the phrase in that sutta in the Pali language, and it mentions about, at that time in India, if somebody had a herd of goats, cattle, it's an asset for him, because he uses that to for his living by rearing cattle, goats, and he finds his living with that. And he says, Buddha mentions there, when it comes to today's life, we have a lot of assets like cars, luxurious possessions, properties, money, bank accounts, wealth, a lot of things, gold, like that, whatever we have inherited from our parents, and those things are subject to birth. Not only those things are subject to birth, those things are subject to aging, sickness, death, sorrow, and defilement. Some of them are subject to defilement, death, sorrow. Some of them are, subject to birth, aging, sickness, death, sorrow, and defilements. These 6 kinds of experiences are in our life. I mean, we are going down, we are going after these, we are running after these 6 kinds of experiences throughout our whole life. Buddha says like, those things are some kind of acquisitions, attachments. Ettayang gatito muchito vajjapano, if somebody is attached to these things, tied to these things, totally committed to these things, and again and again, if they are going after the same experiences, like being born, right, aging, sickness, death, sorrow, and defilement, they will repeat the same suffering. Buddha says like, not everyone is doing this in this world. There are some people, and it's up to us to decide whether we should belong to this category. And I need to come to an end of this Dhamma sharing, and finally Buddha says like, if somebody having fully understood the danger, adinava, in Pali language, adinava means the danger. If somebody having fully understood the danger, inadequacy, faultiness of these 6 experiences, death, birth, aging, sickness, death, sorrow, and defilements. There are more things. And if somebody having fully understood these things, if he or she tries to put an end to these 6 experiences, Buddha says that is a noble search. Ariya Pariyesana. That is a noble search. That is an excellent search. Why? Because we are going after these things and we are suffering a lot. We suffer a lot. We have to face a lot of troubles, difficulties, problems. It's because of we need to, we are in a race to acquire all these things. But it leads, these 6 experiences leads us to be reborn again and again, and we will go through these, unhappy experiences. And Buddha says that the purpose of a true disciple, the purpose of a disciple of Buddha should be to put an end to these things, these experiences. I know that you might have a lot of problems. I mean, some what do we call some confused, places. You can ask your questions towards the end of my Dhamma sharing. And now it's time for me to finish Dhamma sharing. Though I have a lot of things to explain in related to this sutta, the noble quest, my message is, I also did the search. It was a research, and now my idea is to find the best search, to find the things related to the noble search. Otherwise, I know that I will repeat this again and again. And I will do a lot of search. I will do a lot of researches in many more coming births. And if I can take more time, we are doing that. If somebody is taking time to practice meditation, to practice morality, sila, to develop the wisdom, to develop the concentration, samadhi, and the other things that that are related to the cessation of suffering, nibbana, that is a noble quest. That is an excellent search. And but it doesn't mean that we should give up. It doesn't mean that we should be overwhelmed in this life. It is only through these experiences we have to achieve the final bliss, that is nibbana. And that's it I have to share with you today, since the time is coming to an end. Maybe you have a lot of questions. And in my future talks, I would like to take more and more time to talk about the nibbana, the cessation of suffering, how to find a solution for this, and what the Buddha has explained like that. And yes, I try my best to explain. I will try my best to explain. And again and again, credits, thanks goes to whoever supported my study program, and whoever has supported me during my stay in the IBMC. And I have learned a lot. I know that I have to go a long way. I have to learn a lot. And that's it. And thank you so much. Many blessings to you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to share it with me, and maybe you have some thoughts, comments, and yeah.
And thank you very much for the talk and for sharing your path from Sri Lanka to here and right now. It's a very amazing journey from there to here. And congratulations for your success on your doctor degree. So happy that you achieved what you want to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nam. Thank you, Nam.
I want to say the same thing that Nam said. We're very happy to have you here. And thinking about the Buddha, about that gratitude was such an important part of our practice. And it was beautiful to hear your gratitude today. So we thank you.
Thank you, Ramsa. Thank you. Yes, Ras asked a question. I don't know whether it's a question or comment.
I just wanted to share my congratulations to you and
Thank you, Ras.
to Ven Kashanti for being such a good friend to help monks, all the monks, maintain their education. Also, your point I especially appreciated was I think you talked about the difference between research and search, right? Because in my area of my job, a lot of times it deals with the research, and a lot of times it's kind of blind research. I would say people are interested in the status, the position, whatever their job as research, and they forget about the search. So thank you for bringing that very important aspect up. I actually forgot myself. I never thought of it that way, quite that way. Just separating search and research, and also noble and ignoble. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very, very astute lesson. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Ras. And yes, I think Buddha never, intended like we should not give up. We should be overwhelmed. Like we have to continue this, survival. We have a survival. We can't deny it. It is through this survival we have to understand whatever it is. Experiences are a lot to us. Experiences give us a lot of wisdom and understanding. Since the time has come to an end, I don't like to take that much time, but I should say, I should answer to that question. If it was not a question, but I would also like to add something to what Ras said. Towards the end of the Buddha's life, we have to experience this, sense pleasure. No one can deny the sense pleasure. No one can deny the, status, titles, education, qualification, jobs, money, and all these things, worldly things. We need these things. Why? It's for our survival. But Buddha says towards the end of the sutta, we should live with these things. We should use these things, utilize these stuff. Utilize all these things in our life with what? Nissarna Panya. Nissarna Panya means we should have some kind of wisdom, some kind of insight, like I should put an end to these things one day. I should get rid of these things. With that intention, it's okay to live with these things. But if we think like this is the only thing, those are the only things in my life, the soul and only valuable things in my life, again and again we will go through those experiences. That's it. And thank you so much, Ras.
Thank you, Bhante. Congratulations on your education.
Thank you, Anand.
There was a lot of gratitude, and it's very good to be grateful. The gratitude is the parent of all virtue. And one time the Buddha, he corrected Ananda when Ananda said,
half of the holy light is the company, and the Buddha said, no, the full light is the good company.
Yes, yes.
And, I can relate to you, and having the monks around my whole life is such a blessing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ananda. Yes, yes.
Thank you. We don't have time, but it's okay. I should say one word. Venerable Pannaloka saying all the credit to, put into me, saying my name. No. The credit go to the IBMC. IBMC meaning our members, our, all the passed away, the Venerable Karuna, Venerable Dr. Tityanan, those our the great teachers taking this all the credit, because IBMC meaning the making good monks also here. We always having different monks from different countries. I remember earlier we have one Vietnamese monk here. I'm talking about 1990s, 95, 96, around that time. Vietnamese monks, Sri Lankan monks, Tibet monks, and Nepal monks, nuns, all kind of people here. So they all are studying here, and they're going their own way most time, After studies, they go to their own temple, or they go to their own way. I hope Pannaloka is not going like that. Again, thank you, Pannaloka. Thank you for everybody. We'll chant page 4 and page 10. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. Deluding passions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them all. Dharma gates are limitless. I vow to study them all. Buddha's way is supreme. I vow to attain it. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and the sick find health relief. Neng di du pong do kap onya di nyai dang du chung sangge nyai kong tai pa neng di du kong do po pa onya di nyai dang du chung sangge nyai kong tai pa neng di du kong do po pa onya di Sunday, Reverend Kusala is going to give a Dhamma talk. Please come and join with us next Sunday also. Thank you again for everybody. By the power of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, you all be well